What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a new YouTube video. Today was the first day back after a quick deload week. It was very much needed after the last block where we progressed triples quite a bit. And actually, fun fact, this was the last training I was able to do in the old training facilities of my hometown club. So it was also very special training for me because I've made so many memories in that gym, and this is also where I started powerlifting, where everything originated, and where I also found a passion that has helped me tremendously, I would say, also in my personal life and also outside of life, coming off of an injury or coming off of football, having played football all my life and having been competitive basically almost all Sundays or Saturdays throughout the year, you really want a competitive edge, and I found it here in powerlifting. Today's top set was 275 for a double. If you remember, we finished off last block, the triples, with 290 kilos. So that was quite a bit below that. But this is how I like it. I like to start my blocks easy, have some room for improvement, have some room especially for a very important term, if you want to call it, and that is momentum. If you want to build up momentum, if you want to be on your front foot, you have to start at a point where it's easy to accelerate from, and 275 certainly was easy on that day. I then did also some back offs with 247.5, so quite a bit of a back off there from the top set weight. And it is also noticeable that I haven't pulled in a with a proper bar, with proper plates in a longer time. So I have usually been doing my trainings in a commercial gym that they only have bumper plates, and the bar is not a competition standard bar. It's a powerlifting bar, I would say, but it's not to competition standards. At least it isn't used in official competitions to my knowledge. So it was very nice to have the Rogue Ohio power bar, have some Rogue steel plates or Schnell steel plates, and train with them. The slack pull is way more difficult that way, meaning the pre-pull before you actually get the weight off the ground is harder, and well, it is also nice that way because it doesn't, or it won't hit me when competition day comes, that it's actually quite difficult to pull on a stiffer bar. That's why you also usually see people doing huge pulls, absolutely huge pulls on deadlift bars, which are specifically designed to bend and give more slack before the weight actually comes off the ground. This way, you will actually have parts of the weight moving off of the ground before the entirety of the weight you're trying to pull actually comes off, which also helps you get into a more upright and more favorable starting position, maximizing the leverages you can pull with. So someone who is already built for deadlifts will have quite an easy time, or an easier time, not an easy time, but an easier time with a deadlift bar, depending obviously on what weights they'll do. After the main deadlift part, also did belt squats on our construction there in the gym. Very funny construction, but it does the job, and this is what it counts. And it also gives me the opportunity to accumulate my squat volume throughout the week without putting more pressure on my back, putting more pressure especially on my knee from above, but just focusing on working my legs. After that, we also did some hyperextensions. I couldn't do them as heavy as I would usually do because I almost fell over there, as you could see, during my reps on this rather unstable implementation of a 45-degree hyperextension. But it was still okay. It is important for me to also train the muscles and not get completely out of rhythm, so I rather do something than not do accessories at all. So with accessories, I think there are, in the powerlifting world, in the strength world specifically, there are many different opinions on how and why you would train certain movements or not, especially if these are not the main movements done in competition, such as, for example, a belt squat? Why would you do a belt squat? Why wouldn't you just squat normally? And the question is, how much benefit can you gain from continuing to train only the competition lifts versus also working on weaknesses and or muscular deficiencies in your body with other movements, different movements that will help hit the muscles from different angles and will help you accumulate or maximize tension on a certain spot that you want to work on. Surely, both sides, the hyper-specific side where you're always training competition lifts, have their perks and their pros, but they also have their cons, and same on the other side. I, for my part, am a big believer in also training hard in your accessories, in your exercises that will help you be stronger in your main lifts, because overall it is quite accurate to say that regardless at which strength sport you look, muscular development is usually correlating highly with the strength output an athlete can achieve. So under these circumstances, I feel quite confident in the way my training is built up now, and honestly, it's also more fun to switch up exercises and not do deadlifts every day and do squats every day. It just gives and adds a nice variety to it. So that being said, guys, thank you for watching. This was the first deadlift session back. Really appreciate it. I wish you all the love, all the power. Have a good one.